In the New Mexico heat of day, it's too hot to even breathe. For an Englishman like Yorkie, only night can bring relief. The sun blazes in the sky so high, the air is thick, you almost fry. But when the stars begin to glow, Yorkie's stream will steal the show. In the stillness of the night, game so mellow, game so light, Yorkie's world a calming scene, where the air is cool and clean. Desert sun goes down and the evening starts to sigh, Yorkie's streaming night moves now with a cool and gentle vibe. In the hush of midnight's glow, games unfold so calm and slow. Join the stream, unwind your mind, leave the scorching day behind. Of the night, game so mellow, game so light, Yorkie's world a calming scene, where the air is cool and clean. Yorkie faced the afternoon, but the heat was far too fierce. The sun's relentless blazing tune left him seared and near to tears. Early evening brought no aid, still the desert heat parade. So he surrendered to the night, where the air is soft and light. Stars are shining bright, and the desert winds are mild. Join Yorkie's gentle flight to a world so soft and wild. Call it graveyard shift, but Yorkie's dream is full of light. Night moves brings a soulful live filled with love throughout the night. Every game a soothing touch, every moment means so much. Life and love in every frame, in Yorkie's world they find their name. Feel the night's sweet soothing tune as Yorkie plays his favorite games. Adventure spark beneath the moon, strategy where skill proclaims. Simulations bring pure peace in this tranquil, soft release. Every genre, every style, in Yorkie's world will stay a while. In the stillness of the night, game so mellow, game so light, Yorkie's world a calming scene, where the air is cool and clean. The night Jorvik's ancient sights. Old Yorkie plays a vampiress, ruling endless nights. Under moonlit decree, Katla stalks the shadows where mortals dare not see. 3 centuries of cunning in bloodlines old as stone. She guards her Norse kin's secrets, a throne all her own. The daughter of Jorvik, in the night where the dark politics click. Katla, granddaughter, in the twilight she thrives, mastering the night moves of a vampire she survives. With Midra's banner high, her legacy she claims, seeking eternal glory in the dark and ageless games. Even you forbidden day, loyal to her house, but to her lead she's cold. John de York, the Baron, under her watch bold. With intrigue and stewardship she crafts her art. In the dance of the damned she plays her part. Through halls of power her whispers flow. Where will her ambitions dare to go? Katla, granddaughter, in the twilight she thrives, mastering the night moves of a vampire she survives. With Midra's banner high, her legacy she claims, seeking eternal glory in the dark and ageless games. Even you forbidden day, a sword in her hand, a scheme in her heart. From violent delights she crafts her dark art. Yet not all is bloodlust in her immortal frame. A wise steward in shadows, she rises to fame. What's the weight of eternity in a soul so old? In the silent whispers of power, how is her story told? Will the night be enough, or will she reach for the day? In the games of the undying, oh how far will she sway? The dance of her clan guides her through the night, part of a greater plan. Ambitious and brave, yet wrathful she stands. Will she seize the power that slips through mortal hands? Next time, as intrigues unfold, with old Yorkie and Katla, where dark tales are told.
Alright then. Oh dear God, I forgot to put the thing on, didn't I? Alright, just give me a moment here. There we are. Welcome to Night Moves. With me, your old mate Yorkie. For that quiet, soft, sometimes horrific time of night. We play a little quieter game. Sometimes a sinister edge, sometimes a romantic one, sometimes just quiet. And in this case, we are going sinister with the Princess of Darkness mod of Crusader Kings 3. Now, I often choose a random character to play. And I kind of fancied playing a female character, why not? But I looked around and I thought, you know what, I'm from Yorkshire, I wonder if you can play anyone in Yorkshire. So I took a look, and in the second age, I think it is, I found our little Lady Catla. In the West Riding. No. There she is. The West Riding Pack member Catla Thrandotir, daughter of Yorwick. She's of House Mithras. She's a vampire. +5 prowess, +1 max hostile schemes. Can use hostile schemes against own children. She's Ventru. Monthly melancholy lifestyle experience +10%. Monthly phlegmatic lifestyle experience +10%. Monthly sanguine lifestyle experience +10%. Now, I have not played or read a game or read books in the World of Darkness, so this is all new to me. I also haven't played this mod, so I don't know exactly what they've done with it, but the idea of playing the Prince of Darkness appealed to me, and apparently it appealed to a lot of you too. So, I'm going to be doing some tutorial reading here. Welcome to the Princess of Darkness. First, thank you for playing the mod. Prince of Darkness is an overhaul of the base game aimed at bringing the World of Darkness to life in Crusader Kings 3. As such, it has many gameplay concepts altered and uses the extensive lore of its world to propose a different experience all round. Vampire mechanics. The first thing to note is that as a vampire, you are immortal, sort of. You won't die of old age or disease, but being put to the torch or decapitated will still end your own life. As such, succession is a lesser but still present concern for you. In the same vein, marriages can't produce children, so they are mostly a political tool available to a select few religions. Religions are a core part of the gameplay, even more than in CK3. Here it represents the core philosophical tenets of your character, which help him, or her in this case, not fall to the beast. Indeed, the beast, a literal manifestation of your inner monstrosity, is one of your worst foes, and managing your stress is paramount to not fall prey to it, as it would mean your character has become a feral wight, resulting in his abdication. Take notice of your hunger, a core modifier representing your need for blood. Hunger is used for many schemes and powers, and replenished slowly or with active hunting. Some more advanced concepts. Vampires are slow at learning new things, as such you still have access to the base lifestyles, but at a lower rate of progression. You can instead choose to invest your time into the disciplines, opening the powers of the damned for your use. Buildings represent your influence over mortal populace. Most are capped by a stat-like control, and you will have to choose how to balance these. Note that major centres of populations represent the high development duchy capitals and the biggest assets of any prince can dream of. Warfare is sensibly altered, with a bigger emphasis on knights. The prowess of your knights can easily overcome a much more numerous foe, especially if mostly composed of levies. As such, be wary of high prowess hostile vampires. In a world full of deceit and tricks, intrigue plays a bigger role. There are new schemes to discover, some linked to your powers, and most of the characters have secrets better left untold, or used for blackmail if their religion allows it. The world and its lore. The World of Darkness is a universe running for more than 30 years now, with hundreds of books and other medias covering it. The main idea is that in our world, several factions of supernatural creatures are interacting below the surface, creating an underworld full of intrigues and stories. The vampires of the world of darkness are mainly the result of a biblical curse against Cain, the first murderer, and most are tracing back their lineage to him in a system they call generations. This dynasty tree of the undeath has branched into several factions. The clans, with its base strength and each with its base strength and geographical power base. In Dark Ages, vampires, which you are playing now, we are following the undead world at the crossroad of several major crises. The sack of Constantinople has happened and broken the major Canaanite empire of the time, having a ripple effect as far as France and Persia. Meanwhile, the Church Inquisition is gathering support and information, almost ready to usher the age of retribution on the cursed bloodsuckers. Other altered concepts? Vampires are slow at learning new things. Okay, yeah, we've seen that. Okay. Seen the world and its law. I'm not going to wipe. I'm good for this part, but I want more detail. Because I'm learning. Right. As always... Oh, what's this? Masquerade exposure. Higher levels of masquerade exposure will result in more likely and deadly events where the Inquisition targets you. It will also increase the chance of an Inquisition cell revolt in your provinces. Stress loss plus 10, 0. Hostile skin resistance plus 10. Once your masquerade exposure increases, you can click this bar to reduce it. Okay. Stress gain plus 5 for blood hunger 1. Your blood potency is potency level 3. Click this bar. What's potency 3? You can't lower hunger by drinking animal blood except with certain abilities. Drinking from mortals can lower hunger below 1. Cannot lower below 1. Diplomacy plus 1, martial plus 1, intrigue plus 1 and prowess plus 2. Health massive boost. Click this bar to show the various ways you can slake your hunger. Haunting the capital. No potential herd members in your court. And currently have no prisoners. Alright. Now let's look at her. She is 310 years old. She is ambitious. Plus 1 diplomacy, plus 1 martial, plus 1 stewardship, plus 1 intrigue, plus 1 learning, plus 1 prowess. Stress gain plus 25%. Opinion of leech minus 15. You don't like me. Glory Hound, vassal, opinion plus 10. Opinion of ambitious characters minus 15. Brave, martial plus 2, prowess plus 2. Attraction, opinion plus 10. Popular opinion plus 10. Glory Hound, vassals plus 10. Likelihood of dying in battle plus 100%. Opinion of brave characters plus 10. Opinion of craven characters minus 10. Virtuous to the Einhardiar, which she is, plus 10. Piety plus 1 a month. Zealot, vassal opinion plus 10. And she's wrathful. Diplomacy minus 1. Martial plus 3. Intrigue minus 1. Natural dread plus 10. Courtly vassal opinion minus 10. Glory Hound vassals plus 5. Parochial vassals minus 10. Virtuous to Einhardiar, their opinion plus 20. Piety plus 2 a month. Zealots, okay, so that's a nice boost of piety at least. We got 6 on diplomacy, so she's not exactly very good at talking to people. Got 19 on martial, so she's good at smacking people. Well, actually, she's good at leading other people to smack people. She's got 9 on stewardship, which is okay. 11 on intrigue, which is a slightly better version of okay. 7 on learning. Not all that smart is now, lass, is she? And 28 on prowess. She's also good at smacking people herself. Blood potency 3. Blood hunger 1, hungry. And masquerade exposure 0. We have no spouse. Can we get a spouse? We apparently can. We apparently can. We can't have children, I don't think. because we're undead. What generation am I? And does it make a difference? Ghoul damage plus 15. The middle generations are the most numerous vampires. They are often important political players in their own right. Most of the time under the sometimes unseen leadership of a lower generation vampire. Alright. We've got a 6 there. It's also middle generation. These are highest generations, that rabble of the K-Night world. Alright, let's have relevance. Alliance power. Counties of Speyer. Where is the County of Speyer? All the way down there? I really don't care about that. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any much use out of a husband right now. Being part of a culture will make it easier to succeed in your journeys. So what do we need? Lately I've been contemplating the benefits of working with a team. Trust is hard to combine this world with darkness, but does mean that I have to spend the rest of my existence as a lone wolf with no one to fight by my side and support my endeavours. Hell no. If I were to create a coterie of like-minded individuals, we could pool our skills and resources for future journeys. Alright, we'll create one. Don't know what it will do for us, but what name? Poetry of Yorkie. That's mine. Go and hunt your capital, slake your hunger, and gain lifestyle experience. I haven't chosen a lifestyle yet, so... Now, normally... I would go for this as a strategy, as a martial lifestyler. And then chivalric dominance. Yeah, I might do anyway with knights being so important. I get less of this because I'm a vampire. But I also have a boost because of my martial education. Now, that's 8 per month. What is it in the others? Melancholy, for instance. That's 11 per month. Alright. Or... Sanguine. Blood, sorcery, presence, and Demian. Gives me Auspex. This makes me a better vampire, definitely. All of these do. Fortitude. Oh, I have to get 2,000 for those anyway. Alright, I'm going to start with Martial. I probably will only go down this side and then move to strengthening myself as a vampire. Let's improve control. It fits in with her ambitiousness as well, seeking control. I'm going to vote for myself. I am ambitious after all. Legitimacy. Legitimacy is a representation of your right to rule. Your vassals generate legitimacy expectations, and you are expected to meet them. Higher legitimacy gives you a range of benefits, and low legitimacy will largely affect the ease with which you rule. Legitimacy has 5 legitimacy levels and 1 illegitimate bottom level, with a certain fraction of the legitimacy of your previous ruler being inherited by the heir. You gain legitimacy through many different means, including winning wars, creating legends, or attending activities. It can likewise be lost by losing wars and titles, or unchecked plagues ravaging the land. The legitimacy view can be found at the bottom left. It contains information about your legitimacy level, your legitimacy expectations. Do you want to come up, TikTok? No? Alright. How much legitimacy you currently have, and also the current effect on all of the above. So that's this. And I'm at 3 out of 5. Reduced claim casus belli cost, slightly reduced claimant factions, slightly reduced alliance, etc. Okay, I understand. House Unity. As a clan, you have access to House Unity. House Unity represents a state of internal relationships in your house, which range from antagonistic to harmonious. Each House Unity level brings an array of effects for all house members and will determine the succession law. Knowing how to affect House Unity will prove useful to achieving your goals. First, you need to know how to visualize House Unity. To do so, open your house view. And we are friendly. The House Unity tab has all the information and interactions you need to make the most out of House Unity. You can see your current House Unity score, current level, and get an overview of higher and lower House Unity levels. Additionally, here you can see recent Unity changes. This is important because all House members take the unifying actions or divisive actions to affect House Unity. As previously mentioned, each House Unity level has its own effects. In this section you can see a list of active effects. Remember, these effects are for all House members. Among the effects, you will find your house's active succession law. Unlocks rescue house members casus belli. Unlocks unify the house casus belli. House vassals are less likely to create factions. Casus belli costs plus 15%. Finally, each clan house has access to House Unity decisions. These decisions will grant different boons for all house members. However, for the most part, only the house head can enact them. Okay. Now you know everything you need to about House Unity. Use this knowledge to make sure your house level leaves a lasting mark in history. And I have said in the song at the beginning, she's loyal to her house. Not so sure about her liege, John de York. If he can behave himself, sure. If not, John de York might need to have a chat with. Let's sway her. You just started a scheme. Schemes are long-term goals aimed at another character. They can be hostile goals trying to murder or abduct your target, or more wholesome, such as befriend scheme. Yep. I've done schemes before. It's been a while. Now, what are these? Trial by combat. Pack member. Come on. She's 37. She's better than me. Come on. Hey, Laz. You're 41. You're better than me too. Wow. Alright. Good to know. Station of man-at-arms. How do I station you? Can only station one, I think, in Leeds. Alright. How are you doing, Laz? You're below your minimum number of accolades, and one of your knights can be appointed acclaimed knight. An acclaimed knight weapon. I've got 5 or 6 of them. But I don't see a great accolade thing. He says I can do an acclaimed knight. Alright, well, I guess it's lying. Can potentially negotiate an alliance with your brother. He's got 770. But he's not going to accept it anyway. So that's not going to work. My heir is in line to I'm in line to inherit titles. Second in line for Skara, Nordmark, Västergötland and Dial. Got a few champions. I've got plenty to do that. I've already said that I'm voting for me. So at the moment, I'm working to improve my relationship with my liege. What about just heading out? Go and do that. Better barbershop. We are noticing that you are using the better barbershop mod. Please make sure you are using the following load order. Okay, I really don't care about the better barbershop. I won't use it. Which topic would you like to explore? Disciplines. The disciplines which have vampiric powers are represented by unique lifestyles in the mod. You can only spend points in a tree if you have the corresponding trait. Example, the celerity tree is unlocked by the celerity trait. You gain lifestyle experience with these traits mostly by hunting mortals or herding them. Herding means keeping a mortal close to a source of blood for a longer close as a source of blood for a long time. Both are character interaction available in the mortals. Okay. Embrace and childer. As a vampire, you have children. You can't have children. The children tab in your character sheet represents your childer, the mortals you have yourself turned into vampires. To do so, you can use a character interaction on any mortal in your location. Once the interaction and consecutive scheme are done, the mortal becomes a vampire, your childer. Take note that you will have to educate them after, which can be costly or dangerous in different ways. The Masquerade. The Masquerade represents how much you are exposed to mortal authorities, such as a church in-game. It is a character modifier, ranging from 0 to 5. Exposure can rise by using vampiric power, hunting mortals, and various events. If it rises too high, Inquisitor cells, a faction, will rise against you. You could also be targeted individually by Inquisitors trying to hunt you down. To decrease your exposure, most religions can use the Cover-Up Masquerade interaction by clicking the Masquerade bar, or right-clicking the character. Religions who don't care about the masquerade don't have this luxury, though. The hunger. Hunger represents how much a character needs blood. It is represented by a character modifier ranging from 0 to 5. Hunger raises mostly by using vampiric power. If it rises too much for too long, you won't be able to sleep. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm good, let's go. Prey exclusion. Due to the Ventru clan curse, you have exacting and rarefied tastes. Even when it comes to blood, what kind of blood do you seek? Choose prey of a certain age and gender. You choose prey of a certain profession or education. Choose prey with a certain personality trait that is regarded as sin by most mortals. You choose prey with a certain personality that is regarded as virtue by most mortals. Ooh. Ooh. What to choose? What to choose? Young men, maybe? Maybe. The nobles, maybe. What are you into? The lustful wood pleaser, I guess? But I'm thinking there's nothing quite as charming, nothing quite as pleasant as the corruption of goodness, is there? The corruption of innocence. The chaste, possibly. Or the temperate. The chaste because, well, she's a woman of strong affections. But the temperate because she's a woman of excesses. I think we go temperate. What is your prey? Predator types represent the habitual preference of the individual vampire towards how and when they feed. Although it does not bind them to these ways alone. The vast majority of them hunt mortals, but a few prefer animal blood, or even fewer, mostly very old, hunt other vampires. No, humans. What attributes do you utilise for the hunt? This choice represents hunting habits of each individual vampire. Two identical vampires with different hunting habits tend to be subtly different, mostly in their powers, affinities, or some small variation. It's not really good with charm, it's okay with deceit, but I think we go violence. Let's see, Alicard, a vampire that stalks and violently attacks mortals to gain the blood. It is a vulgar approach. Extortionist, a vampire that forces their victim to bleed for them. Ostensibly, the extortionist acquires blood in exchange for services, such as security or surveillance. But as many times as the need for protection is real, it is just as often fiction, engineered to make the deal more acceptable. Why am I reminded of the Judge Dredd story of a protection racket from when I was a kid? A teen, I guess. A protection racket leaning on a store owner and him replying, "Wait, you're telling me that you can't guarantee I won't get hurt if I pay up?" And the racketeer responding, "No, but we guarantee you will get hurt if you don't." You get a secret predator. You gain your prowess by 3. You gain the trait celerity, or you get a secret predator type extortionist. You increase prowess by 2, intrigue by 1, gain 15 gold, which that's not something I'm that worried about. It's nice, but 80 caloric resonance experience. I think I'm going to go. Do I know what's... Come on. Celerity, prowess plus 2. It's a discipline trait that grants vampires supernatural quickness and reflexes. For some Canaanites, the mortal world moves in slow motion. That just means that prowess is up by 5, which is nice. Do I need it? I think I'm going to go extortion. The bored God King of England. The vampiric history of Britannia is closely linked to the Vendru Mithras, a Persian, then Roman god. This fourth generation almost had the whole of Europe following his cult before Christianity drove him out. Retreating with his zealots to the land of the Brits, he quickly gathered power and grew bored of the pettiness of the place. Falling regularly into torpor, the Norman invasion destroyed his seat of power and forced him to awaken to restore order. 150 years later, Mithras couldn't care less about England again, and many of his subjects like Hugh de Cambrai or Robin Leland have obtained de facto independence and plot his demise. Worse, Wales and Scotland are still upholding ancient cells of Druidic and Nordic kindred. None can really say if Mithras will once again crush this new opposition, or just let it fester under his nose until it's too late. All hail the God King. For now. The Euphorate. The Euphorate consists of 12 most powerful and influential Ventru elders. The Ephors establish precedent in matters of clan policy. It is the highest rank among Ventru internal hierarchy. The Ephorites, most important function is not so easily quantified. They set the tone for the entire clan. Their philosophers, leadership styles, and political stances are discussed and debated through the ranks, therefore gaining the majority of the Ventru to some degree. The Ephorate is a defining feature of the Ventru. Important dynasty modifiers are given to the Ventru depending on the power of the Ephorate's factions. Each Ephor also has access to unique court positions. Ephors are selected for life, meaning only the death of one can open a new seat at this table. You can get access to it in a tab on the right. They are stronger for it. Right. You're not going to negotiate with me, are you? No. Minus 277. Different in rank. Poor opinion. Arrogant and ambitious. Alright, so yeah, he's not going to negotiate with me at all. Why am I voting there? Am I even voting there? I don't think I am. And Duchy of Essex, okay. Okay. Let me have a look before we go further at my courtiers. Hang on, nope, not the courtiers. Council. You are lousy, my chaplain. Oh, they're all bad. Wow. I have terrible assistance here. I have some truly terrible assistance here. Not good at all. What else? I would like a court physician. Learning is 8 on Adelaide. You're about my best, aren't you? Unfortunately, I don't really know that I want you like that. Terrible, poor. There's nobody in this court that's good at anything, to be honest. Okay. That's a potential issue. Diplomacy. You'd be a better spy master. What are you like? You're mortal. Can I turn you? Let's turn you. Swaying, embracing, and bunting. Okay, well, it's a start. Any decisions? Not that I need right now. Starting a new journey will pause your current. No, I've got a new journey. I've got a journey going on. All right, Courtesy of Yorvik. I don't have anything new there. Okay, that's fine. Champion has arrived. Can I bring you aboard? I can, it's going to be expensive though. But I do have enough. I do have enough knights now, so that's good. House Unity level change. House Unity has changed level to impressive. Okay. Psychic invasion, not good. Duke John the York is trying to steal your secrets from your mind. Using their mastery of aspects, they're able to pry open your mind even at long distance. Luckily, such an attempt is hardly subtle, and you can try and resist this flagrant invasion of mental privacy. Exert my willpower. Fight the psychic invasion or accept it. I wonder what it pairs against what. Having lost the battle, we also Duke John de York. Your secrets are now known to him. That's not nice, my liege. That's not nice. Now, what claims do I have? Duchy of York, which is ruled by him. New law. Your liege has passed law. Limited crown authority. Okay. The hunting is going well. A new champion has arrived. I can't afford to recruit another. You're not very good anyway, so let it go. How is my lifestyle experience going? $66 out of 1,000. Okay. The hunt is nearly done. On the hunt, wandering the streets of the West Riding, I find a number of mortals that would be vulnerable to my machinations. I only have time to pursue one of them. Joan or Mary? Mary, what are you like? You are temperate, you are lustful, and you are stubborn. Ooh. A charming lady, certainly. Or Joan, you are ambitious, you are temperate, and you are patient. No, no, no. I think Mary, quite contrary. You attract your prey, you take the first bite, and she succumbs to the kiss. How much blood will you drink? Take a lot, wound her. Mary's blood has negligible color. You gain 180. Take a drink for 120. Gains 25 opinion of you. Gains 25. So this doesn't decrease my hunger anyway, so there's not much point. But it does improve her opinion of me. I've orchestrated events so that William has fallen within my clutches. In the secluded place, he will not be able to escape. Shall I grant immortality, even if it means his damnation? Will he be grateful, or will he resent me forever? Did my sire have these thoughts? Oh, of course I'm going to embrace him. I'll be his dam. An education. Your new child has taken his first tentative steps into the night. Now experienced enough to understand how to feed, it will soon be time to begin a formal education, which will be very important for his future, but also for your relationship. What will your approach be? My first one should know his place, so he can model that for others. This person is outside your feeding restrictions, and feeding them will not be noticed change. Now, he'll he's a 6 at least, better than a 3. Mary. Education. Baroness Asta of Doncaster is a 9. Chancellor. Oh, William. This is where you belong, my friend. And my spy master? The best I have is 5 with Mary. The next best I have is a 4 with Urslug. Non-ideal there. Now, North Riding, that's under his possession anyway. You only have... you have 181. Let's see about finding a spouse. Highly intelligent and good all round. You're Norwegian. You're Norse, of course. Pack member Mirko Mirkonen. Why not? Join me, husband. Should... what's this? You can go on a journey, yes. You should heredify a noble. A mortal. Scheme is successful. Mary is recruited into your herd. Every month there is... Okay, let's try that. What will that do for me? Is that the coterie? Is that what we're talking about? To the perceptive Catla Throndotir, I, Mirka McConnell, gladly accept your hand in marriage. May our union bring happiness and fulfill my implacable wife. An education outwitted child. Your progeny has trouble adjusting to this new unlife. William takes most of what is said at face value and doesn't consider that, well, everybody lies in vampire politics. Your best efforts to teach him have been so far fruitless, and it's starting to get on your nerves. Yes, these people aren't your friends. We don't have friends, William. We're vampires, for pity's sake. On education, matters of faith. So far, your child has followed your faith mostly because you said so. Obviously, though, he is far from understanding the inner workings of the beast and how to deal with it. You will have to take some time to start this part of the teaching, or hire some learned practitioners of the road to help. That would give me extra stress. I don't need extra stress. But I don't have the gold. Stress it is. Rage frenzy. All vampires have a beast inside them, an animalistic force of malice, rage and hunger. When kindred lose control, the beast overcomes them, taking the leash and pursuing its base desires, whether they are revenge, blood, or safety. Kindred of your past attempt to harness the beast, to ride the wave of frenzy to their aims, to use its power. Your beast has been provoked by the rage you are feeling now, and it's trying to break free. The edges of your vision redden as you hone your sight on what crossed you. Your fists clench painfully as you try to hold yourself together. The time for frenzy is now. But who will you direct your rage to? Those guards over there look like a good fight. I have been wanting to fight that person for years. I smash whichever object is closest to me. I will show my power. Yes, the person who's been trying to walk all over me. I'm ambitious. I hate them. Rage frenzy repercussions. You look at your vassal, Baron Einar, lying on the floor in pain. You recall what happened. Baron Einar had been treating you with disdain lately, and it was starting to affect your professional relationship. You went to Baron Einar's private rooms to confront him, and he dared to charge you with defamation. The outrageous claim made you frenzy, and the result lies before you. If what happened leaves the room, the result will be disastrous. Not only will your vassal resent you, but your entire realm will ridicule your lack of control. And yet you and Baron Einar are not alone here. It is still possible to ensure what happens stays in the room. Or are alone here. That would give me all the stress back. So while that's tempting, I really can't do it. Why would that affect me negatively because I'm wrathful? Surely that would be wrathful. I will not stay here for one more moment regardless of the court's opinion. Oh, everything hits me. Oh. Well, they can't say anything if they're dead. Mental break, no time for myself. Ruling has been such exhausting work as of late. It is like no subject of the West Riding can wipe their arse without makes fresh instruction. I was in the middle of planning a small getaway to a distant tourney with a reputation for particular fierceness when my servant comes rushing up to me babbling about some new trivial catastrophe. 136. Right, I'll stop this by a few things. I don't have the money for that. I'll talk to Eyolf Iverson about this on the way. It's a partial resolve. An education tempted by humanity. It's not a big surprise that despite your teachings, your child has been tempted via human artists. It is, after all, the easiest road to follow for a neonate, and try to closely walk into the mortal's footsteps. We are planning to stage a grand show of faith by not interfering with humanity for the coming months, as a proof to your children of the truth of the matter. Or you could just let it slide. What's left alone going to do? Development growth plus 10%, control decline. That's fine. We'll leave them alone a little while. Now, activities. I don't have the money to do any of the activities right now. Any factions? No. What else? Not a king or emperor, so of course I can't do anything with the royal court. What else? What was that bottom one? Talk to confidant. Share your burden with someone close. Lose some stress, which would be useful about now. But I don't want everyone to hate me. So, no activities I can do. Is the hunt not available here, I wonder? Search for Caravan Master. Hold Stilicium. Lose 39 stress. Gain 50 gold. Your court will attend Elysium tonight. Then you will consult your council about current matters. If they are skilled enough, their advice could be helpful. That I think I need to do right now. The Elysium security. The Elysium is traditionally a safe space for vampires, where nothing bad can happen. Obviously, traditions and reality are two very separate things, and you might want to prepare some kind of security force to ensure everything goes smoothly. No. No security. I don't need it. The Elysium, an opportunity. You overhear one of your vassals talking about a potentially new possibility of influence among mortals. From your own sources, this is indeed a lucrative prospect. But one that the hated hunters already has infiltrated, making the whole enterprise quite risky. Warning your subject about it could win you his favour. Gain 100 gold. Masquerade will increase. No. Court Chaplain Astra gains 25 view. Heed my advice, it's a trap. Disloyal champions. Champions are only willing to fight for a leader they truly believe in. They are putting their lives on the line after all. Lately there have been whispers at court that some of your champions consider leaving and seeking fortunes elsewhere. Concerning. Loud neighbour. It seems your Elysium hasn't been quiet as you hoped. So many people gathered during the night. Is drawing unwanted attention from the nearby mortals. Nothing you can't handle, obviously, but you are endangering the masquerade by continuing the reunion. We could spend 100. We have plenty. We could gain 200. No, let's close the Elysium for tonight. It served its purpose. An education, the presentation. It is time for your children to formally be presented to your court, or is it? This traditional part of Canaanite society is fraught with both opportunities and dangers, as your courtiers and vassals will certainly look for any weakness worth exploiting in your new protege. You could skip the whole affair, but this won't reflect well on you. I think he's weak. I don't want to do that. I don't trust him. A council meeting is scheduled tonight. A classic occurrence in the vampiric world. This is a moment where your closest advisors will be able to speak their mind about various issues and how to deal with them. As their lead, it will be up to you whether to accept their suggestions or not, obviously. Well, they're not good at their jobs, so not tonight. An education, the end. You have done what you could. Your child has learned the ways of your condition, the methods used to control the beast, and even how to approach the clans and their subtleties. Perhaps it will survive, or perhaps you have created the most dangerous foe you'll ever face. Time will tell. It always does. You're no longer a helpless fledgling, but you are my child. A two-headed cow was born. What's new? A new claimant. Of all the buffoonery I've ever seen in William's insane efforts to improve relations with my neighbours, my good-for-nothing Chancellor has officially acknowledged Countess Evelyn de Rocher's claim. You're supposed to make friends, not enemies, fool. There you are, stationed. I certainly don't have the money for any of that, so we won't be building buildings just now. What happened to my spouse? Why can you not be at my side here? Oh well. Wait, you're up to 14. How did you screw up, William? Gain the trait lead from the front. This is unlocked. Elixir of Artemis. Special commander trait for every dynasty with martial experience. Okay. Growing the herd. After careful preparation and planning, you spring the trap on your chosen target. They submit and willingly join your feeding stock. You get a perpetual hook on Mary. Mary becomes your herd. Ends your scheme to herd Mary. Okay. Now. Learn new abilities. I think that would be a good thing. Learn discipline, animalism, aspects. So let's say obfuscate or presence. I think her presence should go up. Presence is a discipline of supernatural allure. It unlocks several abilities related to emotions like entrancement and lingering kiss. It can also cover a breach of the masquerade through majesty. You will learn the location of a teacher who knows presence. After travelling there, you can acquire the discipline trait, which lets you unlock perks in the presence lifestyle. Now, how is our lifestyle progressing? $189 out of 1,000. Why am I not swaying my liege any longer? He still hates me. I've got a journey going on. My courtiers. You're not... Oh, you're William. You're... player, heir, and son. You've got nothing there. Mary, you're at 8. Andres, you're at 6. Stage fright. The nervous young poet stands before me, reciting his latest poetry. Despite his nervousness, he performs splendidly for the most part, and everyone is impressed with the eloquence of his words and the way he expresses emotion. Alas, right in the middle of reciting his poetry, the poor man forgets his lines of his poem. His mouth opens slightly, his eyes pop out as he goes into a panic. He stutters the previous lines in an attempt to remember. Meanwhile, everyone is watching awkwardly. Do it. Don't need to encourage you. You're here to serve me. A courtier between friends. My uncle, Duke John de York, has honoured me with a visit and has brought one of his courtiers along. John de York approached me excitedly. Well met, pack member Catelyn's granddaughter. It pleases me to see you thriving here in the West Riding. It occurred to me that Dorian here might be of service in your court. He is an incredibly talented strategist. His mind is always spinning out possible tactics. I would make use of him myself, but alas, it doesn't seem possible. I would hate to see his great talent go to waste. Won't you take him and unleash his potential? That's more than I have. Ooh, that means he loses his opinion of me. I wish I could do that, but I can't. I must politely decline. What is Dorian like, though? He's actually not that great. Minus 61, huh? A last-minute gift. It was my first time at the tavern. I only came there to visit a member of the local elite. But the tavern staff and regulars greeted me warmly, as they had not expected such a pack member to stop by. Admittedly, I came on short notice, given the meeting location was changed at the last minute. The staff did a good job of hosting me, despite all this. The staff had little time to prepare a proper gift, so they presented me with a simple carved wooden bowl as a souvenir. It isn't just any bowl, however, as it is beautifully carved with a few Norse stylistic flourishes on it. It isn't the usual thing a Great Pack member would have, but it is mine to keep if I wish. It would be nice to have when I'm meeting in private or on the go. No thanks. Keep it. It's below my station. Stonemasons of the West Riding. The stonemasons of the West Riding are well regarded elsewhere for the quality of their work. Sometimes they are even commissioned by wealthy patrons from afar to be involved in their projects. They're laying down a rock-solid foundation for the future. Fine. Now, I see that we've lost some... No, we've got plenty there. We are going up. Slowly increasing there as well. You didn't think you had it in you for anymore, and you're not quite sure how, but why, but this simple peasant has captivated you for quite some time. Could this be the remnants of mortal lust or something more? You aren't sure, but tonight you must make a choice. Will you introduce your newest pet to your court at the risk of breaking the masquerade? Or you do the right thing? What do you like, Erica? You have good learning. You'd be better than who I have as priest at the moment. Welcome to my parlour, light of the night. Smuggling ring for 5 years, unfortunately. Cover up the masquerade. Money? No. Lay low or kill them all. Weaklings, how dare they? Gain 78 stress. Spend 150, but not gain stress. Laying back for 2 years. Diplomacy -5, stewardship -5. I think we're okay with that. 2 years is a long time, but it's important. It's important. Now. The cynical champion. Always a devil's advocate, one of your champions is constantly pestering the court and yourself about the hypocrisy of the roads and the unavoidable victory of the beast over all Canaanites at the end. Some of your courtiers have asked you to remove this cynical character from your entourage before his speeches start to erode the willpower of all your followers. Salvation of the soul has no price. Get away. How dare you speak like that to my people? Andres is the only one I can get. You... Actually, no, that's not... Ah, damn, it was 12 on diplomacy, not learning. That was a mistake then. Although, what else? 7 on martial, that's 1 up from Ella. So these are marginal improvements. Could do war. However, none of these seem like they're particularly winnable, do they? You have no allies. But your liege... No, your liege doesn't like you. have 358. But it could be a heavy mistake. Was she a demon? Vampire? Nosferatu. Is that why she's deformed? Or he's deformed, whichever. Personal deity. Intrigue +2. Or Uller. War of Honor. Or an Honor. Thor. Protection, Staunch Humanity and Strength. Or Freyr. Certainly not Peace. I think we will go Odin. I just don't want to lose everyone's respect that much. Although it's only 10. I think we can afford to, and I think it's going to be good to do that. I need to reduce my stress further. Stress, coping, confiding. Through a long conversation with my, I can feel my thoughts calming down. Trust. Good. I didn't see unlock Legacy of Midon. Tetractis, a well-known travelling scholar named Joanna, is stopping by my court. She specialises in mathematics and is giving my court a quick lesson on various topics, including the Tetractis. The Tetractis was a symbol first devised by the famous ancient philosopher, mathematician and mystic Pythagoras. It is made up of 10 identical dots, arranged in 4 rows, forming a triangle, so it has 4 dots on the bottom, then 3 dots on the next row, 2 and then 1 at the top. Joanna explains to us in simple terms its symbolic meaning, particularly the followers of Pythagoras, before discussing the mathematical properties of the number 10. I don't need to reduce it further. Also, what are you like? Oh no, you, sorry. You're not very good at anything, are you? So I can leave you be. We're being raided. Champions are only willing to fight for the leader they truly believe in. They are putting their lives on the line. Lately there have been whispers at court. That's not good. Why can I not raise my champions? Why is it, or can I not move them? Is it because... Let's try disbanding. Move rally point to here. Then raise them. Except they've all gone away now, haven't they? So I can now disband them. I think. Guards drafted for levy. Okay. The dynasty do not legacy of Tinia. We have a Thieves Guild operating in the West Riding. Not what I want. Greasy's pack member West Riding. Slow. I know that you are Baron and a real killer. If you wish for my silence, you will do as I say. You are a vampire. You're actually not a bad spy master. That wouldn't work. Well, you seem to think I wish to cover this up. I just declined it. Why would you have a hook? Your house... Ah. Shared enemies. I have been mulling over a strongly worded letter I received from my great-grandfather, Lord Mithras, this morning. He has laid out his firm wish that our entire house make express enemies of the Selena dogs. I cannot defend Robert of Edinburgh's foolishness, or Marcus Verus, but what of the risk to our family? I cannot refuse Lord Mithras. Blackmail. Ah, decline. My secret exposed. My kinsman, Count Emery de Methuen, had brought forth undeniable evidence of my role in the death of Baron Einar of Bolton. It is best I watch my back and prepare my defences. There are many out there who would thirst for vengeance. Well, they no longer have a hook on me. Sway English culture. A commoner of English heritage has been accosted in the streets of West Riding over some minor offence. By making a statement in their defence, I could perhaps convince Uncle Duke of York of the equally English of my good character, but I might risk alienating my Norse. That could be useful since I'm trying to sway him, but it is costly. It is indeed costly. But you know what? Since I won't sway him, the English are a good people. Cannot be denied. Not by those with rationality in their mind. Champions are all willing to fight for the leader if they're true. Okay. Is it because I'm not fighting? Is that what's happening? It seems like there's something wrong with the way this is set up, doesn't it? It's off the edges. I'm not sure why. It's my Liege's War. I can't really do anything about that, can I? So be it. Why don't I raise a raiding army? Like say Mithras unlocked. You earn 72 resonance XP from automatic feeding this year. I've heard others say the same. Currently there's nothing going on, so I am idling around my quarters. I overhear two of my servants in the room next to me. It appears they are trying to make small talk, with nothing better to do. I lean over and try to listen on to their conversation. Heard any news from the other provinces of the realm? One says. Nothing I'd like to talk about, responds the other. Bye, bye. It's all code. They're gossiping about another servant. I've been corresponding with your Chancellor and I must say that I've come to see you in a new light. Good. Is that one I can do? Rights and duties of the ruling class. Cool. Well, that didn't go well, did it? And we can now disband. Lost raid loot, unfortunately. Up to 131. Almost where we can do a pilgrimage. Reduce stress, gain legitimacy, gains piety. Ah, that's already been exposed, so that's kind of irrelevant now, isn't it? Your dignity unlocked is ours. The dignity they gave grace. Diplomacy up. Intrigue is nicely up. Okay. Still have no money. Religious war is done. Swayed religious convictions. I've gotten an idea in my attempt to align John de York to my interests. Perhaps I could argue it is in the interest of all luminaries to support me rather than other Rhinar rulers. It's not going to work. And I'm still seeking presence. Our lifestyle is increasing. See, he really likes me, so I don't really want to take him on. The only other is North Riding, and that's directly the... I think it is, anyway. Yes. Level of Splendor increased. Ooh, 3,000. I can't do anything about them, that's for sure. I don't have the power to. They can, though. Building competence. I understand that you are interested in deepening your grasp on warfare. Erica takes a bite of an apple as he approaches me. I might be able to help you on the battlefield in new ways. Erica is well known for his mastery of military engineering. If there was one who could help me understand, it would be him. I want to learn. Preparations for the hunt. Hey, the wilderness is calling out to me. It's been too long since I last hunted. Out there in the plains of the West Riding, there are plenty of leaping deer. One of those would do well on my dinner table tonight. Something is missing, though. Are my hunting spears too old and dull, or is it a companion I lack? A dog. A wolf. Of course. As I pet the dog on the head, she happily wags her tail. What name would suit her? Something historical, something alluding to her grey fur. It's an important decision. And as the dog rolls over and let me pat her stomach, I find myself distracted for a while. Great fact. He's -7 with me at the moment. How are we doing on lifestyle? There is something wrong with this. I need to look at options. Should be 1920, I think. Try window. Did I not do that right? Settings, it's in window. Just stay full screen, it shouldn't be 120. Let's go 100. Alright, so you want to be a... Regularly show me the ins and outs of Siegecraft, so you stand perched over the miniature fortress. My final test is to describe how I would most effectively use it. Prepare the ranks. Have you forgotten about the tower? I points to the battlement. As I was describing, I see the fatal flaw in my plan now. Show me how you do it. Right. You're not great, Iraka, but you'll do there. You are a champion. What have we got here? Pack member Reskar. Trial by combat. What do you look like? You're 46, I'm 29, I think. I'm 31, that's not good enough. Well, he's forcing me into it, isn't he? Or maybe not. Oh no, that's me trying to challenge him. Gillian. You're 55, you're even better. So forget that nonsense. Right, you want to be court positions or here. You are! You're my marshal! What are you talking about? Might leave your court. He will stay if given reason. He's a champion and he's a counsellor. So I don't know what he's whining about. I don't have anyone good in my area. Unfortunately. Could ghoulie fight him? Plots transform it into a ghoul. A loyal retainer. Could embrace him. But he's not really very good. I don't know if I want to embrace him. I could do with finding someone better. Herd feeding summary. Okay, I could do with increasing my herd though. Second in line to receive to get Duchy of York, behind Michael. Can I murder him? I can. I can. Of course, that still only leaves me first in line after after an immortal, so that does not exactly much of a change, is it? None of them want to join. That's fine. This? Plagues. Greyfang, the council meeting. As me and my councillors are gathered for a meeting, my dog Greyfang approached me with a begging eyes and drooping tail. It's not like being left alone. Of course she'll join me. She's my dog. Now on to the next point, my Chancellor William Dorrans. It is of the utmost importance that the silence that falls is only broken by the sound of Greyfang barking happily, having done a business. Bad dog. It's natural, now clean it up. Not my dog, you fool. Clean it up. You didn't think everything was part of being part of the country, or part of the herd, or part of the council was all going to be fun business, did you? Are you stupid? What do we have here? Yeah, he's not going to come to me at all. Let's see about inviting. I can't. I need 150 for that. What about building something in Leeds now? No. Influence of the burgers. Oh, influencing burgers. We have enough. Why can I not construct? Needs to be greater than 10. Ah. Need another 52. Can't actually build any of it right now. At least not there. Blood tax. You are openly taxing the mortals here. It isn't the most economically sound plan for the prosperity of the county, though. Not so great. Influencing the burghers, I can't do that. Influencing the clergy, that would reduce tax. But improve control, etc. No. No, no, no. Yeah, that's not something I can do. What do we have there? Subtle noble influence, subtle mercenary influence. And that's all I've got at the moment. I guess we live with it. Building competence. Erica is showing me the ins and outs. Prepare the ranks. Oh, I hadn't considered that. Erica takes a bite of an apple. He cannot find a single flaw in my plan. Beautiful. I'm now a military engineer. I could go on a pilgrimage, gain piety, gain legitimacy, and lose stress. Candidates of most faith can choose to undertake an activity. To go on a pilgrimage to a holy... Oh, request for presents. Okay. I have roused my blood and prepared myself to the best of my ability, but the finer points of presence still elude me. If I want to master this discipline all the way, I need a teacher. And luckily, my scouts have told me where such a person can be found. I'll get started right away. Mercenary guards. We're staying in land, so I don't need any more of that. Entourage, none to match. Caravan Master. Erica, why don't you join us? Do I need to nominate a Caravan Master? Yes. I don't have a Caravan Master I can do. Oh. Okay. Oh, just start travelling. Okay. A quest for knowledge. It is finally time for me to set on my journey. I'm excited to get a chance to learn presents. Essentially, I'm going with one companion or a couple of guards. Nothing special. Travel the Metal Woman. Truly a stroll through Chesterfield is a gift from the beast, and the tranquility of this place is suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clamouring of armour. Hark! Get me out of this metal prison. My squire took offence at my manner, even going so far as to call me heartless and has abandoned me. Whatever this strange woman did could not have been enough to justify being stuck forever in her armour. I could of course have someone help her, but is it truly worth it? What is she like? She's not fantastic. But it wouldn't hurt to have her. Or we can get that. No, I think we take her. Sherwood, Den of Anarchy. A large royal hunting forest bordering on the west of by the river Erewash and the forest of East Derbyshire. Sherwood is the favourite hunting ground for the post-Norman invasion nobility. It really rose in prominence, however, once it became the base of famed outlaw Robin Leland. While the origins of the man are mysterious, Robin has struggled against tyrants forever. His hard and dirty features were... What is that? Nothing should be happening, so I don't know where it's going. Hiss. While the origins of the man are mysterious, Robin had struggled against tyrants forever. His hard and dirty features were present in several plebeian uprisings, taking a direct hand in various peasant uprisings against English nobility. Being a particularly strong advocate of the anarchic tendencies, often fighting at the forefront during military skirmishes. His major oak, an enormous tree in the centre of the forest, that he uses as a shelter, is now almost a pilgrimage location for prospective freedom fighters, hoping to find wisdom under the hood of guidance. A peculiar sight indeed. Meeting my mentor. After arriving in Nottinghamshire, I start making queries about the whereabouts of my prospective teacher. It turns out it's none other than the ruler of the local domain, Protector Robin Leland, the outlaw of Mercia. We exchange some pleasantries, then the conversation turns to more practical matters. You are a vampire then? Are you? Yes. I'm ready to learn. Loved by all. Presence is an intoxicating power to learn. Who wouldn't like the ability to make everyone love, or even outright worship you? Your mentor is speaking words of caution, telling you of the after effects after you lose direct contact with the victims, but couldn't care less. Finally, all your subjects show the proper devotion they should have a long time ago. My greatness is realised at last. Love's Aftermath. You have now completed your learning of the presence discipline, which includes the more mindful of its drawbacks. While the ability to be respected and loved is certainly very powerful, it doesn't last for long after you lose contact with the victim, which ends up leaving a very annoyed person behind. Nobody likes their feelings being toyed with supernatural powers. The last few nights, you have used your new powers perhaps a little too frequently and earned some new enemies in the process. It might be time to make amends for your learning enthusiasm, overreaching into other people's minds. Don't be silly. Don't get over it. Travel other people's pastures. A fine day like this, the weather is nice. The pastures of Chesterfield look great, and the local livestock are positively jumping and cheering in their own guttural manner. Calves are walking next to their mothers, their fur shiny and clean. Overall, the place is competently run, although I do notice a couple of oddities that I would manage a bit differently. The local matriarch approaches me. A fine morning to you, my lady. Are these beauties not a sight to behold? She's mortal. She'd make a good spy master. I could apply some of this back home. Or let's see if we can improve things a bit round here. No. I am sure Countess Bethany Villa can take care of her own pastures. No. She would be good. I could apply some of this back home. Your advice is completely misinterpreted. Oh dear. Travel under light guise. Travelling long distance for a vampire is a miserable affair, as the sun proves a formidable deterrent. If you try to move by day, you will have some very specific and suspicious accommodations to make sure your resting place stays perfectly sunproof and can only be protected by those minor servants that actually enjoy the daylight. If you travel only by night, you are likely to draw even more unwanted attention and need to account for the sleep schedule of those same daylight servants. There isn't an easy solution to that issue, and as such, travels with a vampire tend to get much lengthier than without one. Even the best preparation beforehand. It is what it is, no problem. I can go slow if as need be. I can't actually do anything to her. She's a temporary character, I guess. Travel! Water at last. We had been travelling for much of the day, weary and tired, as there hadn't been a good place to properly rest for several hours. Wasn't this supposed to be a well-travelled road? Yet lo and behold, we eventually saw a small stream of water, and what more, they were old, worn-out bronze cups, hung by chains to a nearby boulder. It seems that the locals, or perhaps whoever was in charge of this region, generously provided these cups to travellers to more easily collect water. Thank the beast for this refreshing water. And of your sway scheme. Travel arrival. Gain one trait experienced in Wanderer. At long last, I am finally home. There is nothing better than arriving back in the West Riding after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons onward. My entourage reports that we have journeyed for 49 days and traversed 5 baronies. I'll never forget when I visited the great city of Nottinghamshire in my travels. Now, the next would be chivalric dominance. Well, there's a lot of very useful people around, are there? You can go on a journey. I think I should hunt. On a great journey, learn to master your beast. Scoundrels, no. Let's take the clergy. 50 piety. You may not sway so easily this time. Grey Fang, charmed battle. I stumble upon my court chaplain Asta, crouching beside my dog Grey Fang, vigorously scratching her stomach. This dog of yours is quite a charmer, my lady. She is a good girl. But are you? Faction ended. Dominate was used by all these to end a faction targeting them. Fine. Liege goes to war. Lord Mithras has declared war on Duchess Magda. Well, I'm sure he has. Help. Pack member Eyolf Erason has come to me, a determined look in his eyes. My friend, I've been reluctant to join your plans against my court position, Michael, but I feel it is time I trust your judgment in this matter. Am I messing with Michael? Oh yes, we're murdering him. Let's progress it. Unpopular favourite. I'm still smiling at a joke my Marshal Erica made at this morning's council session. When Court Chaplain Asta catches my arm. Liege, I've been meaning to speak to you. I know you feel much affection for him, but really, placing the council. A pack member may choose her own council, you know. A rusty tool. Peering through the dusty murk of the armory, my gaze travels over the multiple different weapons of war. A pair of battered leather greaves, a recently sharpened sword, a spear with a worn haft, a rusty farming tool. I pick up the farming implement. Perhaps it has been lumped in unknowingly with the weapons. I heft my tool, examining its curious, curved, sickle-like blade, and I give it an experimental swing the nearby hauberk. The blade pierces the mail. I wonder if it could be repurposed. Certainly if it can build my martial skill further, that's good. Taking the small blade out of the midday sun, I inspect it. Why am I a vampire going out into the midday sun? More closely. The blade tapers to a point at one end and disappears into the tang at the other, leaving a length of slightly rusty but still sharp iron in between. The kink in the blade's head gives the implement a wicked curve to it. Useful for cutting through shrubs, you'd think. Maybe gaps in armour. The kink at the blade's head gives him... Oh, I've seen that. It's clear this could be repurposed into a weapon of war, but the question remains, exactly what guise? You could make a dagger. Rudimentary dagger. A spear. Just leave it as it is and hone the blade. Perfect the way it is. The implement, which the holding blacksmith Freydis explained to me, is known as a billhook, as I enthusiastically supervise her sharpening it. Certainly looks the part of a weapon of war. The blade emerges from the tang with a vicious edge to it, running up and down the weighty hooked head. The newly sharpened point glints in the midday sun as I work it into the seam of some defunct boiled leather, before ripping it back towards me, severing the holding loops in a single swing. I like these, distribute them through the realms, or what other secrets do our humble farmers hold? And also, you are Freydis, a champion. What are you like? You're good on steward. My courtiers? Well, they're not there. Now you... I can only do it... But I'm under someone, so I can't just declare war like that, can I? I have to try. I have to try as we wind this down for the night. Right. It is difficult to hide one's secrets from a true friend, and I have long known that pack member Everson has held an interest in Emma. Now I've discovered that it's more than interest. The two of them are engaged in an illicit relationship. What the hell? How did we lose that one? Well, I have uncovered a secret. Very interesting. How did we lose the battle? To get an idea who's winning the battle. Yeah, what happened there? Heir taken prisoner. Bodyguard position vacated. Stop running. Wandering the streets of West Riding, I find a number of mortals nearby that would be invaluable to my machinations. Try another hunt. Right. Get these up. Greyfang, I'm out riding my dog Greyfang behind me. He suddenly runs off into the wetlands. Heal! I searched for a long time, but not a sign of Greyfang can be found. As I'm about to leave my friend, pack member A.L. Everson, appears up nowhere, Greyfang in tow. Do you believe you lost someone? Look, thank you so much. $75. Hunt again. Also, I need new people in. Asta? Nope. Mary? Nope, you're Mary. Too good to be true. The patriarch of the influential family in your area has just passed. His legacy lives on through his two sons, and it just so happens that you have a stronghold on one of them. If you're able to help this young man take over the family business, you may stand to reap the benefits, but your strange patronage would certainly raise some eyebrows. We'll follow it with greatest of interest. Why are we losing? Okay, this seems really messed up. And I guess it's over. Alright, I'm going to end that here, and I'm not going to continue with Prince of Darkness. There's language localization issues. There's one or two things that just don't make sense, like suddenly one person's beating hundreds as... yeah, I know it's a vampire and therefore very powerful, but still. What's the point in having other troops if one vampire can wipe out that many? It doesn't work for me. I think this has a lot of potential to it, but I don't like it in the end. I wish I did. Maybe there's another one I can look into. If anyone has any advice on other good mods for CK3, I'll open that to the vote. In the meantime, see you around.